Welcome to the Freshwater Purls Knitting Podcast. I'm coming to you from Lansing, Michigan, where I live with my family of 4 kids and my husband. Today I'm going to attempt video recording during the day because I'm just finding the lighting is just getting more terrible. It gets dark here, like 4 o'clock in the afternoon. It feels pretty dark, so it's getting harder to see things, and the video is kind of wonky. So I thought I'd try during the day, which might prove to be difficult because I do homeschool my kids. Like I said, I have 4 and a baby, a 3-month-old. So I might have to edit this video a lot, but I hope you'll put up with me trying to make this more possible. It's been a while since I recorded. I think it's been about 3.5 weeks, and my goal was to do it every 2 weeks. But it's just, I'm not really feeling too bad about it. I feel bad if you guys look forward to the videos, but I also feel like my family comes first, and at the moment with a baby, it's just hard to organize my time to fit this in. So I'm going to try during the day to hopefully improve my consistency as far as doing it every other week, because I would like to keep up with that. So I apologize that I haven't, even though I said I do a bi-weekly podcast, but I thank you for sticking with me if you are back. I am enjoying today. The window's open. Hopefully the curtains don't bother you too much. It's like 45 or 50 degrees today, which feels really hot. It almost feels like we're coming down off of winter when it's spring, and when it gets to be like 45 and 50, people are wearing t-shirts because I'm roasting. Hopefully I'm not sweating too much. I'm not really sweating, I just have like this glow. Hopefully that doesn't become annoying. But yeah, so it's pretty nice here. Just really strange weather. I'm kind of ready for it to just kind of be snowy and cold so that we can just kind of bundle up and know what it's going to be like. So yeah, so that's why the curtains are open. All that to say, sorry about the curtains. And if you hear squeaking, I have Meadow here beside me, my 3-month-old. I'm hoping she stays content so I can finish the episode. I'd like to start with just talking about the knit-along that's going on. In my Ravelry group, there are a few people that are participating, and there's already some finished objects. It's called I keep forgetting what I'm calling it. My 2 front teeth cowl. So it's basically anything that you are making for Christmas or just making around this time of year. It doesn't have to be a gift. It can be for yourself or for somebody else, or just something that you're making. At first I kind of thought it would be cool to just have an accessories type of knit along, but now I'm kind of thinking just anything that you're making this time of year, just put it in there. And I still haven't decided on the price. I was thinking of putting some Angora fiber and a skein of yarn that I've dyed into the prize bundle. So that's what I'm thinking so far. I haven't really decided. Hopefully I can have something to show you next time regarding the prizes for that. But it'll be something fun. It won't be huge, but still, if you win, it'll be fun. And there's a good chance that you will win because our Ravelry group is still small, so there aren't that many entries. Although the people who have entered are entering a lot. So yeah, so go ahead to the Ravelry group. It's the Freshwater Purls Knitting Podcast group. So I will try to put a link to that in the down bar here on this video. So check that out, join the group. I think the only requirement is that you're a part of the Ravelry group. So yeah, so go ahead and do that. I have one thing that I'm kind of, I guess all my knits are technically could be considered part of the cowl. I'm obviously not going to enter because it's my cowl, but there are a few knit-alongs going on from other podcasters that I'm hoping to join in on for the things that I have going. So yeah. Next, I thought I would just give a little bit of a life update, which maybe I should do at the end. I'll do that at the end, so you guys don't have to stick around if you don't want to. We had some things happen this week. Only one thing that I'm going to share that was kind of bumming me out and kind of made it the reason that I was late on the podcast this time as well. So stick around if you're up for that. It won't be exciting. It's actually probably going to be pretty boring to hear me talk about, but still. So let's get right into works in progress. I wanted to start with my Ode to You shawl. When I showed you it last time, I think I had like the edging done. Maybe I didn't even have that done. And I've just been working on it a lot because the deadline has passed. It was November 10th deadline, I think. Just 1 second. What's the matter? And so obviously I missed that deadline. But Maggie Fangman is super nice and generous with time, and she said it was fine, and she said just kind of take it easy and enjoy the knit. So I am. I'm enjoying this knit completely. I didn't think I would. When I signed up to test the knit, I loved the shawl. Like, I loved the product, and I wanted it for winter. What I didn't know was that the center is a double seed stitch pattern, which is why I loved it. Like, the texture and everything is beautiful. But I wasn't thinking when I said that I could meet the November 10th deadline, because I'm really slow at seed stitch. I'm a continental knitter, and I'm like really awkward with my purling, going like with ribbing and stuff. So it's been a long haul, but I'm getting, like, I feel like, well, it's just ribbing. Like, I worked on a hat, and it wasn't even a big deal because I had just been doing like 3 feet of double seed stitch. So anyway, it's a beautiful pattern. Oh shoot, I'm on the middle of a row, but I'm on the end, so you'll be able to see a lot of it. Oops, my straw. This is just water, in case anybody's wondering. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna have to sit back a little bit. Here it is. It's huge. I can't even. And red is actually a really hard picture. That actually is more true to the color. It's more like a deep cherry red. So here it is. It's very difficult to see. It's really hard to explain to you. I hope that, you know, when I'm done, I'll have some nice pictures. And I'm sure on her project page she'll have some really nice pictures on there. But you can see this is the cabling that goes along the edging, and it's a really nice border. I just love it. I think this is one of my favorite parts. And then I told you before, like, the short edge has this beautiful cable panel, but it's all the seed stitch, and it's so, everybody knows if you ever had a seed stitch anything and you like texture, everybody loves the seed stitch. It's so squishy, and oh, it's just so nice. But it is really hard to sometimes to motivate yourself to knit, you know, a forever amount of seed stitch. So it's going well though. I think the product is making me keep going. Like, I am just so excited to wear this. So when I'm done, you'll have a better idea of how I'll wear it. But I'm gonna probably wear it as a warm neck warmer. I'll also wear it like in the house over my shoulders because it's going to be super warm. I'm knitting these on my marbles. These are from my interchangeable set. I'm sorry, I always look at the wrong side of the camera. So these are the size 6, I believe. And you can tell I use these a lot because the ends, the tips are probably most like blunt, or more blunt, because I use them most often. Lots of things call for size 6. So, sorry, Meadow's smiling at me. You're so smiley. And the yarn I'm using is actually the Lion brand bulk side. It's like, I think it's like 1,000 yards or 1,100 yards. It's super huge. I'm down to this much. Yeah, this shawl would be super fun to knit with. I've never knit with it before, but one of the Brooklyn tweed yarns, like the Loft, I think would be really fun. So if I had, you know, money in the budget for 1,200 yards of that, I probably would have knit this and that. So But I'm really loving this. It's going to be great. I can throw it in the wash when I'm done, and it's going to be perfect because Michigan winters are brutal. So I am really excited to have this in my wardrobe for winter. And that is, again, the Ode to You shawl by Maggie Fangman, and it's not yet released. So when I'm finished and when it's released, I'll make sure that I put information about that on either the podcast or like probably my Instagram too. So yeah, which totally forgot to say, you can find me on Instagram at Freshwater Purls. And you can find me on the Ravelry group, which I think I said, the Freshwater Purls Knitting Podcast. Just so you have that. And if you do have to email me for any reason, freshwaterpurls@gmail.com. You can do that. Okay, so really fun. I'll keep you updated about when that gets released, because if you are in the cold states, or not even in the States, in a cold climate, you will love that shawl. Next, I have, and oh, actually, I should tell you, I don't actually have any finished projects. I finished the braided cable beanie. I don't think I had that done last time. I finished that and actually gifted it to my friend, and I didn't take a picture of it, so I'm terrible, but I have plans that as soon as I'm done with the shawl, I'm going to cast on another. I'm probably going to cast on like 4 of them for gifts, and I think since they're bulky weight, I think I can finish them before Christmas, and then one for myself, of course. So next I will show you my, oops, hopefully you can't hear my kids, they're hiding, they don't know that I'm podcasting yet, so hopefully they don't come out of their rooms. Okay, here are my vanilla socks. I'm so very close to finishing these. I think the heels may have been in last time. I can't actually remember. But I'm knitting these 2 at a time, and I'm knitting them on the Knit Picks nickel plated, or the Knit Picks needles. They're like $2, I think, or $3. I don't know. They're super cheap, but I like them. And I'm knitting these with my own yarn right here. So there's that. And I'm almost to the point where I'm going to switch to the Quince & Co. blue here. Usually what I do for my socks, in case anybody is wondering, is I fold them over after I've put in the heel. Since I knit them 2 at a time, I fold them over and I try to get them to be equal in length, as the same length as the foot. So I'll probably knit with this yarn for till about here, and then I'll do ribbing. I might go a little extra because I do have a lot of yarn left from these. I could just knit until I get up, until I use these up, but I really want to be done with these. Honestly, I have plans to knit more socks for Christmas, which is probably a crazy idea, but so I'd like to have these done so that I can knit on the Christmas socks that I want to knit. So yeah, so those are hopefully going to be done over the weekend. I really want to focus on my Ode to You shawl because I don't want Maggie to be hanging on and waiting for me to publish. So these are like my second priority right now, but I take these with me to appointments. So my daughter has speech therapy twice a week, and there's the baby. My daughter has speech therapy twice a week, so I take this with me to work on while she's there, and that's an hour each time. So I actually haven't really gotten that far. I mean, that's 2 hours a week that I could devote to these, and I do work on them there, but I would really love to have them finished. So those will hopefully be finished next time. What's the matter? Why are you so sad? Okay, I'm back. I don't know if I've figured out how to edit these enough where you won't even notice that I was gone, but if not, I'm back. I'm feeding the baby right now. You see her head right here, because I have knitting to do after, and I really want to get a podcast done, so I'm going to feed her while we talk. So anyway, I was saying that I have a new cast on, and this is the one that I'll be working on today. This is the Bankhead hat by, who is it by? Let's see, Knit Natural. And one of the viewers of the podcast actually suggested this hat, or said that she was going to work on this for a gift, and she thought it was great for men. And I've been trying to figure out a hat to make for my husband Larry, and this is his gift. Today is his birthday, November 21st, when I'm actually filming this. So that is why I am in a hurry to finish this. And so I think I'll only go up maybe like another, right here, and I'll probably start decreasing. So I will be able to hopefully finish this today. Last year, I gave him a sock, one sock, I think it was one sock, with the needles still attached because I hadn't finished his socks. So I would really like to get this hat done today and actually have like a finished gift for him. So I have a few hours, and if the baby falls asleep after this, I'll be able to finish that, no problem, I think. So yeah, that's the Bankhead hat, and I'm knitting this on with the Stonehenge Fiber Mill, right? I think that's what it's called. Yarn, and you know what? I don't have the band, but it's just a really nice natural gray, dark gray. Perfect for Larry. He likes black, but I don't like knitting with black, so I'm doing it with gray, and I think he'll wear it a lot. And it has this really, it's a free pattern. It has this really nice garter rib. I just think it looks very, like, I would like a hat like this, but with the right color for, the person who doesn't really like color a whole lot. This, I think, makes a really nice masculine hat. So yeah, I'm excited about it. I think he'll wear it a lot. Also, what I need to start working on for him is, I showed you these before, but this is what I was going to give him for his birthday and didn't finish. Oops, I'm sorry, I just moved you. There. These are socks that I was making for him. Oh, I forgot. Okay, sorry. I'm knitting these on Haya sharps, and these are size 7s. Okay, so on his socks that I was supposed to get done for his birthday, and I don't have, like, this is the only thing I have. I don't have any other sock. Oops, I'm sorry. So this is a sock I'm making for him. This is knit with, this is the Deborah Norville Gray. And this is I believe this is Knit Pick Stroll in the Midnight Heather colorway. I don't have the ball band, but so here it is. It looks black, but it's actually like a really deep navy. I like it all right for him. I'm trying, I think I mentioned this, I'm trying these out to see if he will wear more solid colors, like if he would be more apt to wear something like this. I knit him some self-striping socks last year, and he doesn't really wear them. I actually don't know that he's ever worn them. So this is my last chance, or this is his last chance, I should say. If he doesn't wear these, since they're so different from what I knit him before, I probably will stop knitting him socks. Which I know they might sound really selfish, but he doesn't wear them. So if he doesn't wear them, I'd rather be knitting him hats or gloves, things that he would be more likely to wear. And I'm using the double pointed needles for these, and they're the Chiagu size 2.25 millimeters, not milliliters. So yeah, those are my works in progress. Like I said, I will have the Bankhead hat done today, hopefully, as long as the baby cooperates. If I don't, then it will be done by tomorrow, whenever I have time. And then hopefully the O2U shawl will be done. I'm hoping I can get it done this weekend. My husband has Thanksgiving stuff off. Like, he has to only work until tomorrow, Wednesday, and then he has like Thursday and Friday, and then the whole weekend off. So I'll have a lot of knitting time, I think, to get the O2U shawl done. I would like to have it done before Thanksgiving, but we'll see if I get enough time to knit on it. I watched Maker's Haven. Why can't I remember her name? I feel so bad. The woman who does the Maker's Haven podcast. I love her podcast. I just found it this week. And she is also a homeschool mom. And she does a lot of her knitting during the day. Like when her kids are doing read-alouds or working on schoolwork while she's sitting with them. So when I found her podcast, I'd heard of so many people talking about her And I just, at first I thought I just don't really need another podcast to add to my list of things that I'm watching. But I finally was like, you know what? I'm just going to watch it. I absolutely love her so much. She seems like the sweetest person ever. And is her name Amber? Oh, that's going to bother me so much. Anyway, so Maker's Haven. She's also a dyer, a yarn dyer. I just found her podcast to be so inspiring. And the reason why I brought her up was because when I was watching her podcast, she was talking about, you want to look, Minna? She's looking right at the camera. When I was watching her podcast, she was talking about when she knits and how she finds time to knit since she homeschools and stays home with her kids. And I was just inspired by another person who kind of does what I do, and she's managed to find time to make, or she's made time for things that are important to her as well, which I think is really good. And my kids love to watch me knit, and they love when I'm knitting and doing stuff with them anyway. So I'm going to try to be more intentional about kind of picking up and knitting and just being more in the moment, because to me, knitting makes me feel more, I guess, like centered. I don't know if that's the right word. It just makes me feel more focused. I can listen to things a lot better when I'm knitting. I enjoy being in a group of people and knitting. It helps me to listen to conversation better, I feel like. So, I don't know. I think it's just important for our kids to see us doing things that we like and that we enjoy. And it's also a service. I feel like knitting creates things that are beautiful for other people as well. And it's good for them to see that it's important to think about other people and how to make them feel blessed or important as well, which I think knitting projects for people does that. So one of my kids is calling for me right now. Hopefully he just comes out in a minute. Just a minute. I'm sorry. I don't know how to. Hopefully I have edited that out as well. So anyway, if you haven't checked out the Maker's Haven podcast, you should, because it is a very inspiring podcast. Her yarn is beautiful. Her projects are beautiful. She has so much joy doing it, and I just think you'll just love the podcast. Next, I wanted to talk about, let's see, there was something else. I was going to tell you guys, this year, I think I'm going to try Vlogmas. If you haven't seen or heard of Vlogmas, it's where podcasters will just do like a 1 to 5 minute video vlog of their day for every day in December up until Christmas. And I thought it would be really fun to do this year if I can manage it. I really enjoy watching Vlogmas because other podcasters Vlogmases. Because it's just a really short, quick snippet of their day, and I think I'm nosy, and I really enjoy getting to know people more through like what they do on a daily basis. So I think I'm going to try it this year. I don't know that I'll end up doing it every day because I can hardly find time to, do a podcast, but I don't know. I think I'm going to try it. So be on the lookout for updates on the Vlogmas front. I'm hoping to do another podcast before that because I'm going to hopefully have a lot of finished objects just this week. So I'm hoping to do a podcast before December. So just be on the lookout for that. And feel free to subscribe and follow. I don't know if you follow people. I don't know. On YouTube, I just go to my subscriptions and then it tells me when people have updated, and it's exciting to open it and find that other people have, other podcasters have updated their podcast. So look out for Vlogmas. I'm hoping it's fun and it'll give you guys a little bit of a glimpse into my life, which is kind of boring. I'm so sorry, guys. My phone ran out of storage, so I had to stop and delete some things so that I could finish this video. But I don't remember where I was at. So anyway, look for me at Vlogmas. I'm going to try it. So hopefully that's exciting, I guess. I just wanted to give a little bit of a life update. We had a great week last week. We saw lots of our friends. We did a lot of, I don't know, we just did a lot of fun, like holiday, Thanksgiving things last week. My friend from high school came over with her son, and our kids played together, which was super fun. What's the matter? And then that same day that my friend came over, and we had such a great time, my father-in-law came over for dinner, which he comes over usually once a week. And I'm just going to pick the baby up. So maybe I can edit this out. I don't know if I know how to do that. So my father-in-law came over for dinner, and he comes over every single week. And usually, most weeks, he comes over and he brings supper, and it's so nice. We just have a great time. But this week, we have a house rabbit, and when my father-in-law comes over, she has to stay in her cage because, because his dog is, he brings his dog, and his dog is like a spaniel, so she's like a hunting dog and loves to play with animals, I guess. Anyway, so we put her in her cage. You know, I told the girls, make sure Ella stays put. And something happened when I was doing the dishes, and the rabbit got out of her cage, and the dog got her, and she died. It was horrible. It was such a horrible day, and it's kind of made for a horrible week ever since, I guess. She was more like a dog, I guess. She's like the equivalent of a dog to us, kind of like a cat dog, I guess. So she's litter trained, and she has free range over the house most of the day. So she goes in at night to her cage, but she had like a ladder, so she could get in her cage when she wanted to get in. And she also serves as my daughter's speech, like a therapy bunny. My daughter has speech apraxia, which is a disorder in the brain where your brain doesn't send the right signals to like the muscles and the motors, like the mouth, and think the way that you talk. So things that come naturally to me, my brain tells my body to talk, and I develop normally and talk like, you know, a normal person would. But her brain, you have to constantly retrain your brain to actually learn how to say sounds. So the rabbit, her name is Ella, she provided a lot of opportunity for my daughter Mabel to talk all the time. She was my daughter's bunny, and she took her everywhere. I mean, if we were to go somewhere, the bunny came with us to grandma's house, to, you know, they take her for walks. She reads to her. She gave her a lot of confidence, and I would oftentimes hear Mabel just chattering in a way in her room to Ella, the bunny. And ever since we had her in the house, Mabel, my daughter, just excelled. She also is in a really intense speech therapy, so obviously that is helping immensely. But the bunny just gave her the extra confidence, because animals don't offer any judgment, and they just kind of make people feel comfortable. So the rabbit died, and it was terrible. So we dealt with that this week. That kind of made our week rough. And I decided to get her another rabbit, I guess, and I did it quickly, which I kind of regretted. But, you know, now I don't. Now that she's here, it's fine. But Mabel had a really hard time liking another rabbit. And she's 3, my daughter's 3, so it was like really tough. I didn't know, do I wait and let her grieve, or do I just do it and bring her some joy? And I don't think there was really a right or wrong answer to that. So we decided to do it right away, because I didn't want Mabel to regress at all in her speech, and I thought it might make her if she didn't have her bunny. So now we have Daisy, a new bunny. She looks completely different than Ella, and I'll probably put some videos of Ella in here. So if there's a white mini lap bunny in this podcast, that was Ella. Super sweet bunny. Now we have Daisy, and we miss Ella so much. And I mean, I never thought I would grieve so hard for a rabbit. Like, I've gotten attached to dogs, but I don't know. Rabbits are just, I never thought I would. I think I grieve for her more for my daughter, which might sound kind of harsh, but I'm just sad for Mabel. So Daisy is our new house bunny. I'm sorry, so sorry. Hopefully I can edit this out. Maybe I'll put some crazy music right there. So we have Daisy, and I'll take some pictures and videos of her. She's super shy still. We only got her a few days ago. So she's really shy, and it's kind of odd. It's odd to have a bunny that doesn't want to be around us quite yet. So I'm hoping and praying that Daisy adjusts well to our family and becomes just another great bunny for Mabel. So we lost a really good bunny friend this week, but we gained hopefully another bunny friend, which might sound funny. It probably sounds ridiculous to people to be talking about a rabbit like that, but I just wanted to give you guys a little update because I'll probably post pictures of the new bunny or stories on my Instagram, and you'll be like, wow, they have a lot of rabbits inside. No, we only have one rabbit inside the house that lives with us directly. So yeah, I'll put some videos up so you guys can see her. So that's a lot of our life update. I just encourage you guys to go check out the Ravelry group, and I'm so sorry, this whole video is probably me looking at the wrong side of the camera. But I encourage you to go to the Ravelry group and check us out. Check me out, I guess, and the things that are going on, and post your finished objects in that thread for my 2 front teeth cal, because like I said, there aren't a lot of entries, so you have really good chances at winning. And look for me next week before December for another podcast. I'm really hoping to show my finished objects so I can start fresh in December. And then look for me on Vlogmas. And I will see you guys then. Have a great week. Happy knitting!